Yo, Adam from Westside Mushies. Second video. Look, I told you last time, don't take everything that I say for gospel. I'm a relatively new grower, about a year in, but I've had some good results. So I might be able to help full-on beginners. This video is aimed at beginners, people who haven't grown mushrooms, who want to grow mushrooms, gourmet mushrooms. If you need to know, what my spiel is, go back and look at the other video. I don't want to, say the same thing over and over and over. So go suss that out and then come back and decide whether you want to listen. So I get messages like a little bit, not all the time, but sometimes. But I see it a lot on Facebook groups, online stuff. How do I grow mushrooms? What do I do? What do I need to know? Blah, blah, blah. Like, there is a million different sources of information out there. We all know that. If you're watching this on YouTube, you've probably watched a lot of other videos from people that know a lot more, about mushies than me. But, I don't know, there's a few other little steps that can help your learning along the way that, from what I see, a lot of people don't get. Well, they get it wrong, like it's, So, I'm just going to step out what I did, what worked for me. So like I said, I'm no expert, but I don't know, got me from never having grown a mushroom to almost cracking 100 kilos a week within the first year and having some really kick-ass customers and having the potential to have a really good business. It's not an amazing business yet because it's too up and down. It's not consistent enough, but the bones of the first year, it's there. So, and understand everyone learns differently. So what was perfect for me might not be perfect for you, but you can pick what you want, like guaranteed. Like, there's a lot of the shit that I did, if you just do it, it'll work. Maybe not some of it, but a lot of it. Anyways, so what is my recommendation? First thing you should do, buy a book about growing mushrooms. All right. Yes, there's heaps of free shit online. Online, you don't know who's telling you, like a lot of the times on these forums, on these groups, who's telling you this stuff? Like, like just randoms messaging into a group, this works, that works, that works, this works. I don't know, like, does it? Like, I see some shit on these groups, man, it's just crazy talk. It's just nonsense. My first recommendation, buy a book. So, Google it. Doesn't have to be a Paul Stamets one. I bought, the first night I discovered mushrooms, I bought 3 books. I ordered 3 books online. One was a Paul Stamets one, some like the Bible, like the big, medicinal and gourmet mushroom guide, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, I can't remember what it's called. Another one, I can't even remember what it's called. It's got a green cover. Pretty sure it was like Stephen Russell, or no, not Stephen. Fuck, I don't even know. I'm not putting the link in either. You can Google it and find out yourself. There's like radical mycology or something like that. Anyways, buy a book. Don't sit on the couch or in your room glued to a screen to learn it. Like, my recommendation is buy a book. Go old school with it, man. Mushrooms are cool. Like, mushrooms are a seeing, touching, feeling, doing thing. People are on their screens enough. Buy a book. If you can't buy a book or you don't want to spend money, go to a library. Get a book for free. That's my first recommendation. My second recommendation, order a grow at home kit. Order a kit where all you have to do is slice the thing and squirt it with water. It is impossible for you to fuck it up. Unless you put it in front of the oven or out in direct sunlight, or you live in the Sahara, you will not fuck it up. Alright? Buy a kit and buy it from somewhere local. So this is aimed at like Australian places, like Australia mostly. So locally, where are you going to get it from? Aussie mushroom suppliers. Reliable as fuck. If you get the kit, it will work. Do not be scared about killing the mushrooms. It will work. Little Acres, it will work. I don't know, my mate, I think the Mushroom Connection, I think he sells them sometimes. It will work. You have to slice it, you spray it, they will grow. That is the best possible thing you can do on your journey. You can read 1,000,000 books. Until you actually do it, grow, it doesn't mean fuck all. Buy the book. If you don't want to buy the book, at the bare minimum, buy the kit. Someone's done all the hard work for you. It's there. You can at least watch the mushrooms every single day, and you will. You will buy it and you will watch them like a hawk. That's what I did. That's what I did. I bought my first kit, pink oysters from Little Acres in Brisbane. And you spray it twice a day and you watch it way too much. All right? And it will grow and you will see it grow. And then when you go on to further learning and you read the book, you read about primordia, about pinning, about gills, about it's too long because it hasn't got enough oxygen or whatever. You can read the book and look at your kit and go, hey, this is legit. Like, I can trust this book. That is the first thing you should do. If you don't want to do that, I can't help you. You need to turn off. Like, because it's just what is, it's a no-brainer, man. Outside of that, all right, so you've done that. You want to learn more. Read more books. If you're done with the books, all right, Instagram is a fantastic source of information. Follow local growers. And again, I'm aimed at Australia here, so follow local growers. You don't necessarily have to follow every single grower. Just pick, say, all right, pick from, as far as you can tell, the best grower in each capital city or in each state. So, I don't know, for example, like if in Western Australia, you might want to follow the mushroom guys. If you're in Brisbane, you might want to follow Little Acres. If you're in Sydney, I don't even know who's in Sydney. I've got some mates out in the sticks. So Mother Fungus, Paradise Mushrooms, you might want to follow them. Uralup, they're doing some cool stuff. Victoria, Unearthed Mushrooms or Unearthed Co. Sick mushrooms. The Mushroom Connection, sick mushrooms. Aussie Mushroom Supplies, sick mushrooms. Adelaide, me. Westside Mushies. There's another cool business here, Choice Mushrooms. We won't talk about that too much. Nah, joking. They're really cool people. They do sick mushrooms too. I don't know much about Tasmania, sorry. But follow one from each state. You will be surprised. If you scroll back through their history, and this is like just me being like an old detective mode, like Mr. Snoopy, like you can learn so much by just looking at their posts, reading what they say. Again, don't take everything for gospel, but you can see in their posts, their setups, you can see what they use. You can see what seems to be working for them. You can see, all right, that's what I thought I might do. They're doing it. They look like they're super successful. I might copy them. Not in terms of copyright, like art and like, you know, actual ideas, but just general design, you know, of the, like the layout or the fan they use or the humidifier they use or whatever. You can find out so much shit by just looking at that, seeing what's worked for them. And lots of these places, you can follow their journey from when they started, because they started posting, boom, 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 boom. As they get better, they get better. You can see the upgrades they make. You can see what helps them get better. That's what I did. And you mimic it, man. Like, you know, success leaves clues. So follow the clues. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. What else? Another thing. So in Australia, I'm sure they got them in any other country in the world. So here we got like Australian Gourmet Mushroom Growers Group or something on Facebook. There's like 5,000 members. All right, so it's a huge source of information. It does not mean that everyone on there's recommendation you should take, but it's a huge log of information going back. I don't even know when it started. Fucking ages ago. This is my recommendation about getting the best out of that group. So I've seen it lots. Like, someone's just learned about mushrooms. They've just discovered mushrooms. And they're like, fuck, I love mushrooms. They're sick. So they get on there and they ask like 5,000 questions. Oh, yeah, because they're so excited. And that is cool. I get that. That's cool. Don't do that. Don't do that. What you need to do is, like I said, do some learning. Read some books. Do a kit. Then come on there. And then, like, say, if you've got questions, say, look, I've read this book. It says this. I tried the kit, but this happened. Please help me. People on there will respond to that. They will help you, all right? You will not get super duper experienced growers helping you if you are just asking questions, but you haven't put in work. You know what I mean? Like, you got to look at it like this. So some of these growers, not me, some of these growers have been doing this for 10 years or longer or shorter, whatever. They've cried over it, man. Like, it's non-stop stress, like when you're growing mushrooms on a big scale. Trust me, I can see that. Why are they going to tell? You reckon they're going to tell you all their secrets? Like, oh yeah, here you go. Here's the key to the kingdom. Don't worry about doing any of that hard work. Like, here you go. That's not how it works, man. Like, especially if you're a hobby grower, all right, whatever. But if you're going into business, you're basically asking your competitor or possible competitor, if you live in the same city, hey, bro, can you help me get set up next door to you? Hey, I want to be a physiotherapist. I'm really interested in like the human body. I might ask this doctor, hey, oi, dude, what's with biology and shit? Like, you reckon you can hook me up? What's he going to do? He's going to laugh at you. So come to these groups having done some research other than Google, like having read a book, having grown some stuff, and offering solutions. Like, don't just ask heaps of questions. Ask a question and say, oh look, I read that it might be this. I think it's this, but I'm not sure. People will help you, guaranteed. Experienced people will help you. You will get a quality response. If you don't do that, you'll get crickets. You'll get either sometimes bad advice, or you'll just get nothing. As well, on the Facebook group, there is this thing up the top of the group. Once you've joined, there's a magnifying glass. Click on there. It's a search function within the group, all right? You can type in whatever your question is. I guarantee you it's been asked 50 times. I guarantee you. What fan do I use? What humidity do I use? What, you name it, people have asked it. Search first. Search it. You will find the answers, man. It's like free info, and you can see who's asked these questions and who's replied. You can click on the people that have replied, and you can see, all right, this bloke has never ever posted anything about mushrooms. I don't know. Well, how does he know the answer? But then you might click on the next bloke's answer, and he owns, oh, hey, that's Russ from Aussie Mushroom Suppliers. Biggest gourmet mushroom supplier. Fuck, I reckon I might listen to what he's got to say. You know what I mean? So you'll get to learn these things. Like, these people that are on there, there's levels, man. Like, there's like dudes that have successful businesses that will interact with you if you do the right thing on those groups. Once you know who they are, you can go through that search function and you can just search anything they've ever posted or like replied, because you know for a fact that whatever they say is, it will help you as a beginner. 100% their advice will help you. It's getting dark as fuck in here. I don't know about that. Anyways, I'll wrap it up. That's my advice, man. Read a book, get a kit, get on Facebook group, but be smart about it. Like, don't just get on there and like expect everyone to do the work for you. Get on there, use that as a tool. You can search that thing. Learn who is on there. Learn whose advice to trust. Instagram, find the farms that you think look successful. Go through their history, see what they do. Start liking their stuff. Interact with them. Don't ask them for all the advice under the sun on day one. Get to know them. Buy them a drink before you... Hey, nah, I won't say that. But it's all relationship based, man. Like, if people like you, they don't even need to like you. They need to see that you are not just talking about how much you love mushrooms. They want to see that you have put in some work, you've read some stuff, you've bought a kit, you've done your own thing, you've fucked up, you might have a bag full of mold. As long as they see that you're trying and you don't expect everything for nothing, you'll get so much help. That's my learnings for the day. It's too dark. I had more stuff to say, but I don't know. I need to cut these videos down, man. They're too long. But I don't know. Once I get going, I'll just talk some serious shit. Spore lung, mate. Spore lung. That's my other advice. Wear a mask. That shit will kill you. I'm going to die young because of mushies. I'll leave it at that for now. Peace. Happy growing.